Alright, Conker Wars for a Day. This is based off of the game Conker's Bad for a Day. If you don't know what that game is, it's an old N64 game made by Rareware, or better ways to say Rare. They made Donkey Kong, Banjo-Kazooie, and I think Conker's Bad Fur Day got remastered on the original Xbox, and then it's on Rare Replay for the Xbox One, which is basically all the Rare games on the Xbox One, because I think Rare bought the rights to Microsoft, so that's why those games are on the Xbox. Alright, well, I'm so scared right now. I just played a messed up game ROM called Conker Wars for Day. Anyways, I guess I should tell my story. When I was younger, I owned an N64 for my birthday. I got a game called Conker's Bad Fur Day. It was a game meant for adults due to the swearing, blood, nudity, sexual references, etc. But my parents just saw the cover and thought, oh, this looks like a cute game. Perfect for a son's birthday. Update, my parents got me a used copy of this game, and they probably didn't see the rating because it was smaller on the cartridge. Anyways, I used to love that game. I did not tell my parents because I knew they would return it. Anyways, I loved playing throughout and laughed a lot. I would have laughed more if I knew what some of the jokes meant before. Okay, so earlier today, I was watching a YouTube video about Sonic, and I came across a video called Eggman is the Great Mighty... Is that a real video? I might look that up after this. Eggman is the Great Mighty Pooh. And I knew I heard that somewhere. Then I saw somewhere called Conker's Bad Fur Day, Great Mighty Pooh. Okay, so after seeing this, I thought, hey, I remember this game. Suddenly, I felt an extremely big urge to play the game. I already had an N64 emulator, Project 64, which I relieve games like Mario and Zelda, etc. So I googled Conker ROM, exactly like that. Then after I hit I'm feeling lucky, I don't remember the site's name because I wanted to play the game so bad. It opened near a blank page with the button in the middle that said download Conker Wars for Day. I knew that sounded dumb, but I didn't notice that the name was odd. But I clicked it. It began to download. When it was done downloading, it started playing. It then started playing with the cute jumping N64 logo and Conker cutting it out with a chainsaw. It started with a gray scroll, like the ones you see in the bar in the main menu, but running in a poorly lit room. Then a mangled, bloody wooden Conker appeared behind him, like he's messed up. He sawed it in half with a chainsaw. Oh my god, spilling guts, bone, etc. everywhere. The Conker looked at the screen with his torn up, bloody face. You're in for heck, poopy head. I can't say the F word. The voice of Conker seemed off. It was a lot deeper, and the other call was very bad. The strange thing was that in Conker, the F word is censored. Yeah, if you play Conker, we all know that the F word is censored. Maybe because the game is... I don't know why they censored it if it's for adults, but oh well. But in this ROM, it wasn't. I didn't realize this at first, but darn. That was a bad idea to keep going with the ROM. Anyways, the game started with Conker entering the bar as usual, but instead of the menu showing up with Conker enter the bar, all you could hear was loud, depressing screaming. I instantly turned down the volume because I'm very paranoid of certain sounds. Screaming relates to an incident that dates back to my childhood in a scary movie. Then out from under the door of the bar, blood started seeping through, mixing in the puddles from the rain. Then the screen faded out to black. Then it showed the beginning area where you start the game. And you have the hungover. Finally, I could play, I thought to myself. That was not a good thing. Anyways, I started, but there was a cutscene of Conker was fine. I pressed B and Conker swung a chainsaw, then put it away. Cool. I got a chainsaw instead of a dumb frying pan. Anyways, I jumped the fence to speak to Birdie, but when I walked up to Conqueror, he looked up at him and said, "Hey, poophead." Oh, I accidentally turned sideways. "Hey, poophead, give me some help." Then Birdie, the scarecrow, looked at him and said, "Why the heck do you need anything? You know how to play, moron." Well, we all know Birdie's a meat. It's kind of mean to conquer. What the heck? I thought. I just took a breath and continued. It was true. I learned the controls by running around a lot before talking to Birdie. Then Conker looked at Birdie and said, "You freaking poop hole. I cut your head off." Then a light bulb appeared above Conker's head, and I pressed B, and then the game entered a cutscene. It was very dark for some reason, and the place was only emulated by constant lighting flashes. Anyhow, the game just flashed a picture of Conker killing Birdie with a chainsaw. Then the same Conker voice said, "Rotten heck, poophead." Although the game still showed the dark room after Conker suddenly appeared the black area. Then I got to play again. Then I noticed that this was the same place where Birdie was, but Birdie was gone. Now I made my way up the mountain, but the gargoyle was not there, and for some odd reason, there was a strange hissing noise in the background. So I headed in the cave, and I was expected to appear in the bright, happy field with the nasty or nice fork in the road. But instead of Conquer entered the path of the haunted house, I walked up, but I forgot about the skeleton snakes, and I got attacked by one. But instead of being chewed and spit out, it showed the snake, put Conker on the ground, and started muting. Oh my god, I turned side. Oh, hold on. Okay. It started mutilating him by biting him over and over, revealing his guts, bones, and eyes spilling out. Yikes, that sucks. Then the skeleton snake let out a demonic cry, then jumped out of the road and dug back into the ground. I was waiting for the game to restart back at the checkpoint, but instead it showed a messed up and hurt, bloody, wounded Conqueror in its seemingly endless room filled with zombies, like from the graveyard level. It showed Conqueror on the ground with his guts, blood, etc., lying all around him. Then it showed his face. I got so shocked from the scene, I turned around, my stomach settled. Then I looked back at the cut up, bloody Conker face. He was missing his eyes, and it showed an empty sockets. Then after he let out a moan, he said, "You never know good thing till it was gone." Well, that was me trying to impersonate Conker like he's really wounded and hurt. When Conker said gone, it was so loud and terrifying. I shut off the sound. The sound startled me so badly, I nearly peed myself. So I ran to the bathroom and returned. The screen showed Conker being devoured by endless amounts of zombies. Then it was that it left out was this disturbing head of Conker. The zombies faced the screen and started walking towards it. I tried pressing B. When I did, a shotgun was pulled out. The game seemed like a first-person shooter, so it was like Halo, sort of. I pressed Z and it fired a shot holding off the zombies. I remember that in Conquer, zombies must get a headshot to die. So I killed them by one until there was no more. Suddenly, the Conquer head began to moan a little bit. So I ran over knowing I would have seen the head, but it felt like I had to do it. The screen showed Conker head lying there, and he said, Don't be like me. Learn to love. And don't I owe money. Be kind. Promise me you will do this. The game didn't do anything, and by now I had tears running down my face, and I nodded my head. Then Conker's head let out one last gap and said, "Good." Now it sounded like Conker. Then the screen darkened out and the emulator closed itself. Then I deleted the ROM and turned off my computer. Even now I could hear still the voice echoing at the back of my head. But I know that ROM was a message to me. I used to be greedy. I was a, let's just say, I was a drug addict, etc. So let out and also be a message to you, okay? Good. Okay, that was Conquer Bad. I mean, not Conquer Bad Fur Day. Conquer Worst Fur Day. So this is a creepypasta about the game Conquer's Bad Fur Day. So, blah, blah, blah. So the worst fur day is like Conquer. He's all wounded, hurt, and he gets killed by zombies. So that's Conker's Bad Fur Day. You can watch this on YouTube, and the guy, everybody made a video of like talking about the story, and there are some cuss words, so I just replaced them with something clean. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.